Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Has everybody put their pre-show weapons away? Are we all ready to go now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. We don't want to get YouTube strikes here.
No.
Definitely
No
not.
no threatening the audience or anything
So
like that.
take your firearms and your switchblades and your katanas and your nunchucks and everything else and just
I
tuck
haven't
them
thought about
kind of
katana.
down by your feet. Haven't thought about a katana.
Oh.
So it's kind of been a rolling theme here before the show the last couple of times where we talk about the weaponry that Ashley owns. So it's good times.
Yeah.
But anyways, allegedly owns, of course.
Yes.
In Minecraft.
Yes, in Minecraft. You know, I used to have a nice firearm collection, but sadly I lost mine on that take your weapons on a boat ride day.
Yes.
And we had that tragic situation where the boat sank. So
Yeah, I lost mine in the
Believe
Titanic.
that.
unfortunately my gold went with it too. So it was just a bad day.
Yes.
Anyways. All right.
Why did
Welcome
you
to
have
Sidebar,
gold?
everybody.
Why did you have gold on the boat?
Pardon?
Because that's what you do, Ashley. You put all your gold
Take
and
your
all
gold
your
on the boat
firearms
with
on a
you.
boat.
Yeah. That's what everybody does. You take
Do
your
they
guns,
now?
you take your gold, you take it out on the boat.
And then sometimes the boat sinks and then you don't have it anymore because you certainly just don't.
The
And
boat
you don't
Yeah.
want
I guess I'll take my boat onto Lake Lanier and try it out.
Just don't
Just
say
take all your stuff with you. You know, it'll be fine. That
Mhm.
stuff needs air. It needs
Yes.
fresh air.
Oh, it's got to breathe. It's got to
Yes.
breathe.
That's why people do it.
Noted.
Yeah. But tragic day though, we lost it all. Are there be pirates, says Wahoo.
Yar.
Yes, indeed.
That's a good one, Wahoo.
All right, good evening. I'm just gonna say it straight away. We solve nothing tonight because
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that crazy case from last week in Judge Stevens' court.
Oh my gosh.
It was a motion to suppress, right?
No, it was a
No,
No.
probation violation hearing.
Probation
probation
violation.
violation hearing. That's what it
Yes.
was.
A
I'm
parole
confusing it
board
with another one.
violation.
Confusing it with another one that was also a mess. But
We watched a lot of court here.
we do.
I do.
But it was a mess because the prosecutor was probably the best one there, quite honestly.
Yes.
But the probation department was a nightmare
Yep.
oh.
and proved Judge Stevens wrong about how great they are.
For
The
sure.
defendant's mom took the stand. She was a mess. The defense attorney was doing the best he could with what he had, but oh my goodness, was that a
He was
mess.
swinging for the fences
I mean, I'll give
on
him
every
credit.
pitch.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
mom.
I mean,
And
Doing
even
it.
that guy
better,
was
the-
not, he didn't concede an inch. I mean,
No.
if there's an attorney out there that you want fighting for you, that's the spirit. I mean,
Yeah. He had
I
the
mean,
spirit.
he went 0 for 10. I mean, he just struck out everywhere he went, but hey,
Yeah.
Can you talk about getting burned though? Because that was his witness.
Yeah, no, he had his head in his hands by the end of that.
That was incredible.
So that was a
That
mess.
was
But
incredible.
I'm
So-
still laughing at that.
so
So-
this was, okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
Dan,
Michael.
you set it up.
no, I was just going to say what we're going to do tonight is just kind of talk about this disaster and replay it and roast it and shake our heads and whatever. And that's going to be the show. And if you didn't see this hearing, Lindsay just dropped a link to it. So you can watch it, after or watch it now and come back to this or whatever you choose to do. Anyways, please, Michael, go.
I was just going to say, this was a probation revocation hearing.
Yeah.
There were, I guess, like 6 violations alleged.
No.
One of them, the state, I will say, okay, the defense attorney didn't exactly go like 0 for 6. He went like 1 for 6 because the state did abandon one of them.
Yeah, 5.
And
count
so, yeah, number 5. So I guess, there's that. But the bottom line was to this is that the defendant, he was accused of, well, I guess the reason he's on probation in the first place is because he committed a crime against his mom. He was, I guess, violent or whatever with her. And so then he had, while he's on probation, he violated his probation in a number of different ways. That was the purpose of this hearing. And as bad as it was kind of going, even though one of the state did abandon one of the allegations, as bad as it was going, it made a hard right turn and went to Worsville about the time that the mother, the victim in this case, came to the stand. Now, this is a defense witness. This is somebody who, according to the defense attorney, wanted to be there, called the defense attorney. He didn't call her. She called him, wanting to speak on behalf of her son, who was there. That's the person who was having their, the hearing about is the probation revocation hearing is the son. So she gets on the stand and basically confirms that the son is having contact with her, which is a violation. But she says, well, I'm just giving him food, or I'm just making sure that whatever, and she doesn't do him any favors at all. And at the end, it got to be such a train wreck. Yeah. I mean,
she brought up fentanyl.
Oh yeah. Brought up drug use.
Added additional.
Overdosed on fentanyl. Yeah.
And Judge Stevens is, is like, well, and another allegation or another part of this case is that, the son here, he has some mental health issues, and that's why he behaves the way that he does sometimes. But Judge Stevens is saying to the mom, well, you don't know all of this. You don't know his entire medical history. You weren't there for some of this other stuff. And she's like, well, I wasn't there, but I know. Well, you don't know. And
the childhood things that she brought
didn't
up.
she say he was abused?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Stevens was like, were you there for that?
Hopefully not.
She's like, no, I wasn't there.
Then how do you know?
So casually as well.
Yeah.
Just kind of like fit it right in, that question. Were you there for it?
Yeah. And it's like this hearing, this was over an hour, and we've watched it. Well, Dan and I know, have watched it live when it happened. Then, when I was over at the TCF compound on Friday, we watched it again with Mrs. TCF and Dan's son. And because we were like, you guys have to, this is just such a train wreck of a hearing. And they agreed. I mean, people that don't watch court as often as we do, just could not believe this case.
Yeah,
so,
Eli was like, I get to edit this one into a video for you, right, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking forward to that. That was insane.
You're muted, Lindsay, if you're trying to talk.
I was trying to talk. I have it paused at the moment where the defense attorney is openly face palming. If you want me to pull it up for folks that missed it.
Yeah, pull it up.
Okay.
Oh, he was not having his day. He would need
he was having a Monday.
He would need a few days to recover from that.
That's all that needs to be said.
I think everybody needs a few days. Yep.
Like
right
Judge
there.
Stevens has a pure WTF face on.
And Stevens is looking over there like, okay.
The defendant's like, please stop talking, Mom. Please stop talking.
Yeah.
I know.
This just
and Mom's just sitting there talking
He
away.
was, the defendant was shaking his head, as well, like slowly back and forth, like, oh my gosh, what is she saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I happened to be at that moment. I'm like, we need to. And yeah, Dan, I think I still owe you a emoji or like chat image. Request. I wonder if we can you make a small Judge Stevens WTF face?
I can look at that.
or defense attorney face. I think we already have a face palming one.
We do.
That's just
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Noted.
Yeah, there we go. That's the moment right there.
That was and again,
facepalm. Yep.
At the very beginning, I thought, well, these revocation hearings rarely go well for the defendant.
Right.
But I thought, well, this one isn't necessarily that bad, and then once the mother got up there, I was like, wow. I remember we all said in the chat, this thing is over. I mean,
yeah.
Yep.
Talk about the Titanic. I mean, the mother is the iceberg. This thing, that was
I think the
really
defense. I think the defense should have maybe prepped. Maybe a little
I'm
bit
not sure what went on there.
better.
I don't know. Well, and that's, we've talked about this before on Sidebar too, when your own witnesses are your biggest albatross. They're your biggest enemy. And this would definitely be a case of that.
I think he actually had a chance before she got to the stand. Like, it did seem
I don't know
talked to
about
her
that.
in the office, apparently, as they were getting ready. It sounded like
Yeah.
it sounded like there was some attempt to prep the witness. Once she got on the stand, it just went out the window.
I've been trying to think about why he would have put her up there.
No,
And the only thing I could come up with is his situation was so bad and he had so little to work with. Why not? Because maybe, the sun shines upon her and somehow he gets lucky with it.
He
that's what
kind
he
of
was
explained it at the end, though, when he was closing. He said that since he's on probation because of her, he wanted to kind of bring her back up to justify him still being on probation. Is pretty much what he said.
That was kind of the argument.
Yeah.
Weak argument, though, when she
Character
brings up
witness, if you
all the
will.
contact that she's had and the fact that he's been doing fentanyl.
For some reason, I don't think he knew what she was going to say. That's why I think it was a very ill-prepared witness.
And Judge Stevens was like, hey, I would have been willing to, if you would have come to me and said that you wanted to have contact with your son, we would have entertained that. That's something we could have talked about. But to just ignore the court order, which is what he did to have contact with her, that in and of itself, pissed him off. And then you find out about the drugs and all of that too. That was just, and then here's the other aspect of this that Dan brought up at the very beginning of this topic, and that is before the mother hits the stand, the other big this was actually on the defendant's benefit, or to the defendant's benefit, was how bad the probation department is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because one of the allegations is that he didn't comply with some of the probation's requests, or it was something like community service hours or something, right?
It was the batterers intervention.
Oh yeah, that's right. The intervention course, which I guess the court didn't actually order, but probation told him to do it, and then
the other way around.
Or I'm sorry, yeah.
He ended up doing anger management instead.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
He issued another one instead to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's why they tossed the fifth one out, because they did something opposing the court. And so you can't really get the defendant on that. So,
then he only does the 4 hours out of the 600 that he was supposed to.
And the defense attorney was trying to say, "Oh, he was going to make that up," and I was like,
"He's done 4
hours.
It's been 3 years."
Okay,
it's been
yeah. He had a job at KFC, but he was working I think 30 hours a week or something there, which is not full time.
No.
And then he's only done 4 hours, and he's been on probation for forever.
I've done more community service than this guy's done. And I'm not even on parole.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. I volunteered a lot more than...
I have too, Lindsay.
Michael, didn't you say when you're over that he could have just accidented himself into more community service than that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can randomly do that much. Yeah. I mean, just... Hell, you see some trash in your neighborhood and pick it up. That, you know, you do that every day or every other day, you'd wind up doing more in 3 years than this guy did.
Exactly.
Helping people take groceries in and out of the house, or doing their lawns, or.
But I will say, Austin, I gotta say, this guy, the probation department, as much as Judge Stevens talks about how great they are and how wonderful they are in Jefferson County, apparently they're not that great, because this guy had no idea what was going on with one of his probationers. And he couldn't really give a great answer about anything.
He even said during the hearing, like, how great the probation department is. And we're like, and then is the great probation department in the room with us? Like,
he's a mental health probationer too.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering.
Caseload.
And I was like, what about his other probationers? If this guy is
and I will say, that's the one win that the defense attorney did have, is that, you know, this guy, clearly they're not capable of handling people with mental health issues. And I think that's kind of a really important thing for a probation department to be able to handle.
Right.
And now I have to question Judge Stevens, you know, 93% success rate in Jefferson County with these guys.
Right.
Well, I mean, why is it 93%? Because they just like rubber stamp everything? Or is it really 93%? Do
you think we've misheard it, Michael? Is it 9.3%?
Oh, yeah. The decimal is off. Or is it 39% or
93% is extremely high. I have a hard time believing that.
Yes. It's a math error. It's a rounding error, apparently. I don't know. It's
that was I think one of the big moments in this case, though, was when they said they couldn't get him into the BIT class. So the batterers intervention, whatever.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him into that one. So they just went ahead and said, you can go ahead and take this other one instead. And Judge Stevens, like, record scratch, hold on. I never signed off on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I said he had to take this one for a specific reason. You can't just, you know, ad hoc another class in here and call it good. Like,
his manager.
We gave him parenting classes instead.
Right.
And then he was like, it just seemed like it wasn't sinking into the probation agent's brain. No. It was like he was still trying to argue that was the right class.
You
said they're very similar, Joe. I mean, you know,
this class, this specific class.
Throwing his manager under the bus too, because he's
algebra,
like,
English lit, they're the same thing.
Yeah. We saw a similar problem back in the judge out of Detroit, female.
Oh, Washington?
Sheila.
No, not Johnson, not Washington. The one we barely see.
Oh.
Her name escapes me.
Oh, yep.
But
don't
anyways,
ask me about names.
She and it's a video on this channel. She went off on the probation department once because they were actually ordering monthly drug testing for that guy.
And I know who you're talking about, Dan, and I can see her face and everything.
I thought it was Washington.
I thought that was Washington too.
I'm looking it up. It wasn't Washington. Bryant.
Oh, Judge Bryant. Yep.
Bryant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probation gone wild.
She's great.
So
actually,
it's not like a first here with this judge. You know, I wonder across the country how much creative license is taken by the probation department, or frankly, just how much of a power trip some of them get on and just kind of go rogue and do their own thing. Because that's what happened with Judge Bryant. That guy she had no drug testing order for him whatsoever. And he had spent like 9 months paying for drug testing a couple of times a month.
Yep.
Wow.
So the probation department kind of going in their own direction can be a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened here. I think as long as you comply with court order, I think they have free license kind of to do what they want. It's just the problem is they didn't follow court order.
No, well nobody has followed court orders on this one.
Yeah.
probation has a lot of discretion to do a lot of things with people in the program, but obviously you still have to follow the baseline from any court orders.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I mean, and obviously the person's probation could get revoked, but then ultimately if they're like, well, this is what probation told me to do, and they can prove that that's what probation told them to do, now it falls upon their department. And I just, and we've seen this in Judge Boyd's court every once in a while too. We've seen this just kind of randomly here and there, where the one, of course, in Boyd's court where this, which made me just angry. I was just fuming about this. And I love Judge Boyd. I think, 90-something% of the time I agree with her. But this was one of the times I did not, where, you had a probationer who clearly the department didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground with regard to what this person did. They couldn't keep track of the hours that the person did. They said, well, they might have done all the hours, Judge, or maybe they did some, or they didn't know. There was just a lot of inconsistencies in their testimony, and Judge Boyd still sided with the probation department, which just made me mad, because to me, it's kind of like, well, if they're giving different accounts of what happened and they don't have good records of what happened, how do you really know that? And yeah, she still went against revoked. She still revoked probation, and that was one of those times I disagreed with her. And this is another time where I still think justice was served in the Stevens case. I think this guy should have had his probation revoked because he violated court orders.
Yep.
But again, it did highlight the fact that there are problems in the probation department, which I know we have talked about separately on Sidebar as its own kind of topic. And it's there's a lot of problems within these departments. There's funding issues, there's staffing issues, there's mixed messages that are going on there. And so yeah, there's a lot of layers to this cake on this case.
There is. And let's go back to the initial thing, why he was being revoked, with him entering the neighbor's home.
Oh.
And
oh my God.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Somehow this whole case was so bad I completely forgot about that.
I didn't even.
In a normal situation, you would not forget this.
That would have been the first thing, because it was toward the beginning of the case. But
yes,
I even have it written on my cheat sheet right here.
I just kept getting blown away. Like the moment I locked in, like, oh, we're in for a treat, was when they talked about how they brought, was it Mr. Williams, Ronnie Williams, up on the stand, the guy whose house he entered, and the defense attorney was arguing that it wasn't burglary, it wasn't breaking and entering, because Mr. Williams opened the door.
Yes.
He opened the door. I'm like, oh, you've got it. Okay. I put my work mouse down. I'm like, I'm locked in. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
So this is what we're arguing. It's not burglary or entering, because he opened the door.
And he kept reiterating that fact that he didn't break in. Like
I'm like, oh my God, we're arguing the smallest technicalities here. He's like, entered unwanted.
Going in is one thing. Going in is one thing, but what he did once he got inside, that's like 10 times worse.
That's the other part.
That was the other smallest technicality.
Yeah.
When he decided it'd be a good idea to just get comfortable on the couch and strip down a little bit.
Whip it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah.
Little self-massage action.
And they argued, well, he wasn't doing it for gratification.
Right.
Yep.
It's
because
he wasn't
in his culture.
And it's you heard the defense attorney was like, well, you heard their witness, Judge. He said he's out of his mind. Well, he's not qualified to know what out of his mind is. Yeah, but don't you think someone is out of their mind when they, go into someone's house and they just whip it out on their couch? Well, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's like, are we really talking about, the sort of the detail, the finer details of when we whip it out, what's going on?
Of whipping it out. The intent of it, yes.
I mean, gosh.
Yeah.
So that's how bonkers this case is it's taken us this long to get to that part.
I know.
Which
normally that would be the highlight.
Oh yeah, normally that's where
that just drew our attention.
That's where everything begins and ends. Typically is.
Yeah, that's where we locked in.
For this particular gentleman, though, that was just a small, minor part.
I know.
Austin got it.
Yep.
Yes.
It kept going downhill so fast.
And then, of course, the prosecutor's witness there was like, well, I could have shot him or something.
Oh, and then Steven said, yeah, sometimes they get shot someplace else, too.
That was great.
As soon as he said that, too, I was like, well, I don't think this is the defendant's day.
Right.
Yeah. So that was... again, a layer cake of stuff in this case.
And to his mother's defense, right? Because I was like trying to think, why is she providing all this information to the judge that she doesn't really need to or supposed to per se? And I was like, maybe her actually meeting the defendant or meeting the probation or her son, meeting her son with food instead of him meeting her. Maybe that made a difference to her
because she's okay with it rather than him.
She was okay with it, so it was okay to have contact. When we know we see this all the time, we know that's not the case. But to a regular person, I was like, I can see why somebody would get confused about like the condition there of it was not appropriate for her to meet him. And she would get him in trouble. I don't think she was thinking that way. By the way she was talking, she thought everything was all well and good. She could say what she wanted without any risk of him being in trouble. Of course, that wasn't the case, but that's how she kind of came off. And I know she had mental issues herself, so I don't know if that played a role in there, but that's just something I was thinking about and trying to grapple with. Why was she providing all this information when it wasn't necessary?
It was interesting that like everything coming out of her mouth was just very, very kind of whatever,
Yeah.
So, I gave him food. Yeah, he OD'd on fentanyl. Yeah, he was assaulted when he was a kid. No, I wasn't there.
Oh, he was
I have my
abused.
own issues.
Judge, yeah, you have to understand. He did fentanyl and he did crack, and I mean, it was fine. I mean, whatever. I mean, Judge, come on. It's
all the kids do it.
Right, Judge?
Yeah. I mean, it was so just matter of fact and so just laissez-faire. Just what? I don't know. This was. It may not have been the single wildest case we've ever seen, but it was definitely, and just in terms of weird, just in terms of the dynamics at play in this case, it was truly bizarre. It was one of the it's got to be top 5. Just
I don't think you can make this up.
It was one of the most going around in circles I've ever seen.
Well, there's that too.
You'd get an argument halfway like completed, and then the defense attorney would, throw in a technicality or, swing for the fence again. Like, well, he opened the door. It wasn't doing it for gratification. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, he kept repeating over and over, and then the prosecutor on the other side was getting frustrated with him, like,
yes.
raising his voice.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Or the one part,
Judge,
goes,
I'm
getting there.
I'm gonna object. Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, or Okay, I get it. I'll rephrase.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So even
That's what I'm
he
glad
was
I watched
frustrated.
over Zoom or over TCF than actually in person. I don't know what I'd have done if I was in person in the gallery.
Oh my god.
This case
Probably.
you know what this case reminded me of? That his name just went away from my mind. Florida, Judge Mercer. Yes,
Okay.
that Judge Mercer case we watched with that defense or that defense attorney, and how he was saying stuff that it didn't really make sense, and he was saying it over and over again. It kind of reminded me of that. Remember that when she shot the gun in the air?
Oh, yep.
Judge, everybody, you've been down here in Florida. That's just what people do down here in Jackson County. We just shoot guns in the air.
Right.
And the judge kind of went along with it. I was like, oh, yeah, because that's normal behavior. We just fire our guns off in the air because that's rational and responsible behavior.
Yes, it kind of seemed, I saw the two cases correlating for some reason in my mind. I'm like,
well, it is weird because there's that case, Ashley, that was one of those that was a strange of a different flavor. That was that was one of those where, oh yeah, we just fire our guns in the air, and everybody just sort of went like, oh yeah, I guess we do. He makes a good point.
We'll stipulate to that.
Yeah. Well, I understand that, Mr. McDaniel, that people fire off their guns in the air here down in Florida. I mean, that's just normal behavior. That's just what we do every day here. But my whole point is that he shouldn't have been shooting at other people. I mean, you can fire your guns off in the air. You can shoot them at trees. You can shoot them at birds all you want, maybe even in the ground if you want to do Yosemite Sam. But you just can't just go firing off your guns at random people.
The debut of a new judge impression.
I think McDaniel and that defense attorney were equally frustrating, though. In terms of
Your Honor, I'll just
things.
And then he would that guy. Remember Judge Mercer's court, Mr. McDaniel. He always has these weird analogies too. Well, it's kind of like when you're on a riverboat. You know the riverboat gambling. And sometimes they obviously have a card up their sleeve, Judge, and that's kind of what's going on here. I got a card up my sleeve with this case. I'm like, what are we? Where are we going with this? Well, it's kind of like when you're sitting down for supper, but you want to have your dessert first here, Judge. And I'm like, what? Okay, I mean,
exactly.
Sweet sarsaparilla, Judge. I don't know.
So I think those defense attorneys are on par with each other because they kind of make the same trying to argue things that doesn't really make sense, like with the door and everything. And I drew that parallel. And another thing that was interesting was that the court ordered payments. He said he worked all the time.
Yes.
Oh God, this part.
Oh.
Well, and there's expenses like the light bill and the rent and groceries. Like,
I was like, huh?
He shouldn't have to pay his court-ordered payments because he has to pay bills. We all have to pay bills.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's that one blew me away.
And here's the thing too. Okay. He's barely paid, just like the 4 hours of community service out of 600. He's barely paid any of his court costs.
No.
I don't think he had touched them at all yet.
Again, I've paid more court costs than this guy has.
Yep.
Like, you're working, and I get KFC doesn't pay a lot. I get that, but I mean, look, you're in this situation, and the nuts and bolts of it are this. You still have to pay. I mean, I'm sorry that you're in a bad position, but you kind of put yourself there.
Yeah.
And so now that you've done that, this is up to you to figure out how to extricate yourself from it. We can work with you, but
I don't think the probation officer did him any justice with that either, because isn't he the one that said like after the first year, about 50% of that is paid off or something, like within the first couple of years or something like that, 50% of the court order payments are usually paid off, and then something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that might be reporting from what we now know to be a rather worthless probation department. So who really knows?
Yeah, that's true. I can't really go off of what he says really well.
I would want to see receipts.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they don't care about that because they like couldn't confirm this guy's like work either.
Yeah.
They had like no proof that he was working at the KFC. They were just taking his word for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he came in one time wearing a KFC uniform.
Track of it.
Yep.
And then there was another thing.
You can't just get those anywhere, Judge.
Right.
What was it? I had something. I'll remember in a minute.
As we go to kfc.com/merch.
Well, story checks out. He's wearing the hat. I mean, case closed.
He's got the beard.
Yeah. He's got the
dressed
beard.
Up like Reba McEntire.
You generally cannot buy official KFC employee uniforms as a member of the general public. They are issued exclusively to staff by franchisees or obtained through the official supplier Barco uniforms.
Or available at your local Goodwill.
Yeah, you can frequently find authentic or vintage crew shirts and apparel on secondhand platforms.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've certainly seen them well.
Vintage.
Yes.
I donated all my Golden Arch ones when I left there.
There you go.
See?
They were just plain white shirts, button down, and it's like, I'm not wearing that anymore.
The vintage ones still have the original fryer oil.
Yep.
Mm.
Although they never let me in the kitchen, so the only thing mine had on it was money.
Money.
Like the...
Well, you shouldn't have donated it then if it had money on it.
Well,
yeah.
not money, but...
Oh.
The merch is good.
I remember what I was going to say. It just hit me.
Lindsay's on a quest now.
I'll talk while Lindsay's searching.
Yeah.
But didn't he say he had like COVID and couldn't check in, and that was
yes. Again, another layer of the cake.
Yep.
So he said that he said that he couldn't check in because he had COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, okay.
Okay.
Neat. Mm-hmm. But then months later, he still hadn't checked in.
So he had proof of a doctor's visit in November.
Yeah.
That gave him, I think that was where he got the diagnosis, if he was like COVID and pneumonia, I think, or something like that.
Right.
And
but in January, he didn't report.
Checked in January. And the defense was, well, Judge, you wouldn't want someone who's sick to come into your office,
I know.
would you?
That was possibly the dumbest statement of that case.
I don't know that it was, Michael, because what did we learn on the pre-show this morning? We learned on the pre-show this morning about how you don't know about another person's environment.
Oh, that's true.
Be careful.
That's true. That's right. Alyssa told us that. That's right.
We learned that from Alyssa this morning.
Yes.
You have to be careful. Never mind the fact that, product comes from like Amazon warehouses that are infested with rats and everything else.
Yeah.
It's the personal environments that will get you. So,
I'm sure Amazon is trying to figure out how to make rats work.
That he didn't, that he didn't report during his bout with COVID or whatever.
I don't think, that probation, I won't say the probation department. I'll say that probation officer. I don't think he checked in like he should have. I don't think. I don't think he did his job.
Yeah, he was
lack of a better
over
term.
His head.
Yeah, so I think that is one for the defense that he didn't do his job. But
there's no doubt he was just. I mean, again, that was incompetence. On full display. That I would have been embarrassed if I was the person running that probation department, or if I was a taxpayer in Jefferson County. I would have been very embarrassed by that. I'd have been like, this really? My tax dollars went for that? I mean,
my God.
Wow. That's bargain basement probation. That's like blue light special probation there. Goodness gracious.
They even have a football top, Lindsay.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
I was giggling about the KFC fried chicken backpack. And then I scroll down to the KFC golden drumstick tree decoration.
The OG Tenders hoodie.
Oh yeah.
There's also with the sunglasses and the lips. Nice.
Yep.
If I would have been that probation officer's boss, I would have been like, please don't subpoena me. Please don't subpoena me. Please don't subpoena me.
Yeah.
Please get the officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you go back to your job after giving that kind of testimony, but
yeah,
I guess they do. I guess they just go on like it's just a normal day because, it says a lot, unfortunately. I mean, when we watch these cases, we can get outraged at things that defendants do or any litigant in any case, I guess. But, a lot of times we talk about the system and it always comes down to that part too. And that is that, a system is only as strong as its weakest link. And boy, I mean, if we're putting people on probation and we're expecting, these people to succeed, we want people to succeed on probation. We don't want more people going to the prison system. We don't want more people becoming institutionalized. We want to give people the best opportunity for rehabilitation and to, turn their life around. But then the very system that we're entrusting to do that is run by people that are either incompetent or are just dangerously unqualified to do the job.
Right.
And then we wonder why some people will reoffend. And I'm not saying that, everybody that reoffends is just because, probation sucks. It's but there's definitely at least a small part of it that has to be attributed to that, because you can't tell me that only Jefferson County has inept probation departments.
No, Michael, we've talked about this in other shows.
Yeah.
Where the people that are operating the enforcement side so often are not the best. Mm-hmm. They are not the best and the brightest. Those jobs do not attract the best candidates overall, unfortunately. Now, there are exceptions.
Sure.
Every department has good people, so it's not a complete mess.
Right, it's not universally
there's enough
bad.
of it that it's a mess. I mean, we look at all of the bad cops that are out there. That one here locally that I shared in a pre-show a few days ago, for example, where she was like, she hit this pregnant lady in the head, and the pregnant lady wasn't doing anything other than being there, really, and
abused another person.
Yep. The amount of corruption in the prisons with the guards,
absolutely,
in the jails, it's just insane. So and why would a probation department attract the best and the brightest either?
Especially
quite honestly, if we're
Yeah.
being honest, these are probably people who wanted to be in some kind of law enforcement but couldn't qualify.
Right.
Either they couldn't meet the physical
so.
standards, or they couldn't pass the tests, or they wanted to be a lawyer, but they couldn't do that because they weren't smart enough. Or I'm not trying to dog on everybody, but full well that that's kind of a fallback job for a lot of people, unfortunately.
I liked how this probation officer was saying that he has no mental health training, no mental health credentials, yet he doesn't administer medicine, so he doesn't need those things. I felt that was kind of strange as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's just another piece to this is that, they're supposed to, they're supposed to have a good understanding of the person that is on probation under them, Right. And mental health is a huge part of it. I mean, again, it's not to say that all people that commit crimes or all people that are on probation have mental health issues, but certainly there's a notable percentage that do have those issues and those struggles, and they just want to help, And if you can't even properly identify what's needed, then that's a big problem. And again, I know it's not just to pick on probation departments. I know a lot of state agencies, we can talk about, DCS in Arizona, or CPS as it's called in other places, or DCF in some states, anything that has to do, the Child Protective Services or Department of Children's Services, or, Children and Family Services, whatever. A lot of times, those people are they're overworked and underpaid. And some of those people have good intentions when they go into that job, but it's hard because you're heaped with a ton of work, and they expect you to know things that you're just not qualified to know, because they just either don't have the budget to hire the people necessary to really understand that. There's people, psychologists and all of that. And so it puts a lot of extra pressure on people in those state agencies. So again, I'm not necessarily blaming the incompetence of the probationer or the probation department, the representation that they have in these cases solely on that person. It speaks to a bigger issue for sure.
System-wide.
Yes.
No, most certainly is a lack of resources and a lack of talent overall.
Yeah, I think so. I think the lack of training, especially when it comes to, you have basic probation, yes, but then if it's specialized training for mental health, I feel like there needs to be that specialized training. So that caught me as weird. And the fact that he didn't think he needed that was also quite weird.
That was strange.
That boggles my mind. I mean, you would think dealing with that type of population that they would have extensive training.
And he has schizophrenia. Like he has for whoever's watching, he did have schizophrenia. He heard voices in his head and things like that. So
and he was being treated for it. So he was on medications.
Right.
Oh, that's right. He had a bunch of meds he was taking too, on top of the fentanyl.
Yes. Yeah, so that was the defense's argument, Dan, was that he needed that mental health treatment outside of prison. So that's why he should stay on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his actions don't necessarily support that. But
the whole thing kind of set up an interesting premise of like, oh, so we should just forgive and excuse a stranger or random walking into my house, laying down, whipping it out because they might be mentally ill. It's not a crime. It's not a violation of anything. If this happens, we should just let it go because they're mentally ill. Someone who's, I guess, technically has a mental illness is being treated for it. That's insulting.
Yes,
that's insulting.
I can say the same as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he has an anxiety disorder. Like, so does half of the general public these days.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess now we now know that if you're having issues and you just, I guess at least in Jefferson County, you can just go over to someone's house and just whip it out. It's fine, I guess. I don't know. They seem to.
Or is it because they did eventually say it was a violation?
Well, eventually. Let the record show that eventually they got there, but boy, did we ever take the long road.
Well, Lindsay, I think it was only a violation because he was on probation. If somebody who isn't on probation went and did that and just claimed the mental kind of stuff, I think you'd be okay.
We call that a Texas Sunday.
I'm not going to go test that theory.
I had a thought, but it's out the window. I was going to say, if you guys got bail money.
And lawyer money.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Well then.
Joking.
I really sometimes I gotta say I really appreciate Austin's dedication to the show.
I do too.
It's like, let's science this shit.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk is talk, guys, but we need action.
I miss the days when you could moon someone without impunity.
Yeah. Well, my dad. Nowadays, I think my dad probably would have gone to jail because a few Jehovah's Witnesses that came to the door got a business end.
There we go. I know it is a tradition, I guess, if you will. If you are riding Amtrak on certain routes across the country to get mooned as you are going through.
Is it?
That's nice.
I didn't know that was. I thought the tradition of Amtrak was just getting in. It was just train wrecks.
It's the California Zephyr, I think. So it's the one that goes from the San Francisco area to Chicago. Once you go through like Colorado in that area, it's not uncommon to get mooned as you are going through.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
That's something I need to put on the back burner then and just kind of think about before I do it. Because I like trains. I always
going on the train ride. I'm like, what are you planning?
Ashley's all like, well, that sounds interesting.
Not the mooning part.
I'm supposed to go to Colorado in a few months. Lindsay, do you have any information on what part of the track they do that? I might like to join in. Ashley, you scary.
I will say I phrased that totally wrong, but yes.
You set that up beautifully for a good laugh.
Those that don't know me, I like train rides, so I need to be aware before I take a train ride out west of this issue.
Yeah.
Wrong Way, which is the perfect name for this topic, says Ashley wants a life-changing experience.
I think Ashley had too many life-changing experiences, actually.
Well, maybe. I don't know, but we're learning a lot about you, and I don't know. I used to think at some point there'll be somebody on this panel that we'd have to bail out.
Sheldon.
But it wasn't you that was at the top of the list, but you're creeping up there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're creeping up there fast.
Well,
it was probably me.
Yeah.
That was me. They were worried about bailing me out.
Well, yeah. The errant curling rock suddenly ends up in somebody's windshield or something. Just a little bit of a dispute. Stuff happens.
I mean, I think I see it. I know what I kind of get that from Lindsay too, though, in a way. Like she can surprise people. I can see it.
No, with Lindsay, I can see it coming. It's in her eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like she's right there. Like I can see it. But
Lindsay's got a "I will kill you if the moment is right" kind of thing going on.
You're not the first person to say that.
You, however, like to hide behind this innocence.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, I'm just a sweet little Southern girl.
I don't try.
With my switchblade and my
I'm not gonna hurt no one. Want some sweet tea? I'll put some arsenic in it for you if you want.
Careful.
Yeah, that's why this panel we all have our own kind of interesting characteristics.
Maybe quirks.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're cool though. Yeah. I like everybody's quirks. They're awesome.
Bringing it back to the topic at hand, I think the last thing I want to mention was when this whole thing kicked off, the defense attorney's like, this won't be long. It's just a probation revocation hearing. And then it proceeded to take nearly 2 hours.
Oh, and at the beginning, they were talking about invoking the rule to keep the witnesses out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the prosecution's like, nah, I'm only calling the one person, we're fine or whatever.
Yeah.
So the defense is like, okay. And then the prosecution threw a fit when he called the mom up there, and the mom had been sitting in the court the whole time. So that was another big comedy of errors that I'd forgotten about too. If you haven't watched this thing, you just got to go watch it.
It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
Everybody is a bit of a train wreck, and Stevens is just like his shakiness goes into overdrive because he's so frustrated. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at one point he was losing grip on his drink, so he bit down on the cup so he could rearrange his hand on it.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a weird day for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty thankful that basically the only thing I was doing by that part of my Friday was waiting for an email to show up. So I could really lock in on this because there wasn't really much else to do. I'm like, I can't look away. I can't look away. Every time I think I can like get up and get a glass of water or something, no, new detail.
You're right back in.
Yeah.
Nope.
Every minute was like something new, something happening. I'm just like, what is going? Am I in like a fever dream or something? Because things are just happening all the time, and I just can't keep up. I can't process it.
No, and I will have to say something odd. Something that struck me as kind of odd and kind of wonderful at the same time was Mama's choice of clothing that day.
Oh, what?
She went with the ultra patriotic outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And I don't know why, but that struck me as somehow perfect.
Oh, it's kind of cut off in some of the shots I have of her, but
when she gets up, you can fully see it. It just screams America.
No.
Out of
Maybe it's
somebody
left over
who
from
just
4th of July.
effectively hung her son.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't think she
realized it.
I don't think she realized it, man. That was the sad part.
No, she didn't. She's like, I love him.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been seeing him. Yeah, he OD'd on fentanyl. Yeah, he's a bad dude. That's okay. I'll take care of him. Because that's gone so well so far.
Right.
Proud to Merkin as a ringtone on her phone. Probably wrong way. Probably.
Could be.
You never know. Well, we're getting about to that point where we need to wrap this thing up. And it looks like we lost Michael, but we knew that was going to happen. He had something he had to deal with. So maybe he'll be back.
Yeah.
But we could give final thoughts. Or we were talking about how Michael was talking about how people on the panel have their own like quirks and surprises or stuff. We could call out somebody else's quirk or surprise for the closing if you'd like. Because why not?
I've already somebody else.
Okay, go.
No, somebody else, not me.
Oh, well, you're no fun.
Y'all know too many quirks of mine already.
I don't know.
I don't really know.
It could be the way you eat. It could be.
I mean, I didn't have on my bingo card today Austin being the one to like test our theory on like whether or not we need bail, but that was.
So you've never heard the mountain story? I'll tell you. I
have not heard the mountain story.
I did a crazy thing.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that and save it for our last Thursday of the month.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Open
No,
side.
I agree with you. I didn't have that one on my bingo card.
That was good.
Well, actually, I did, but yeah.
Well, I've already called out Ashley's quirks multiple times, so I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of off limits tonight.
Oh, don't make me come up with something else. Careful. I think the thing with Lindsay is that deep down, I think you do a very good job at suppressing yourself on this show, because I see moments in your eyes where you want to go on a swearing tirade, but you hold it back.
I don't want you to get demonetized.
That would be my thing with you. I'm probably right on that one.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. All right.
I watch it back and go, yeah, that's the moment I almost lost it, but reined it in. Reined it in.
All right. Anybody want to take a shot at me before we go?
Not really, no.
They're like, hell no, you'll throw us off the show.
All I know, I see Dan to be very meticulous in everything he does, so I will say that. But I wouldn't say that's important.
Say, I'm waiting for the day that Dan kicks me off the panel for showing up at like 6:57, my hair on fire, my head in my hands.
I'm used to that.
I know.
That's okay. We love you all the same. All right. Let's be done for tonight. I hope you all had fun discussing this one and reliving it and shaking your head at it, because we did.
It will live on forever, I'm sure.
It will.
Another chapter in the TCF lore.
Yeah.
Be up there with Magoo or one of the other ones.
People, there are 2,000 viewers a day still watching Magoo.
I believe it.
And that thing is almost like a year old now, and people still watch that.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Wild.
Magoo fans.
Yep. He's like his own thing now.
Yeah.
But anywho, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, half an hour earlier for your channel member. And we have this show again on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And In the Blind with Mike and Dan tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And videos posted throughout the day. Basically, you don't need to go anyplace else. Just stay here, because we got
your whole week is planned.
Several weeks, actually. We're well over 2,000 videos now.
Yeah.
Wow.
How much is it? It's like 2,000. Let me find this out real quick, and then I'll leave you. Over 2,500.
Wow.
There we go.
2,573. Soon to be 2,574 as soon as I hit end here. So with that, let's go away now. Bye.
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 Have a good night, y'all.